This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
Turn it over to the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back to the final game of today, and then we'll have one more tomorrow, maybe two more tomorrow. We'll have a maximum of two tomorrow. We'll have a minimum of one game tomorrow. And I want to welcome Steve, Mario, Gene, and I think that was everybody who just chimed in on the chat. All right, well, hey, we got the Lincoln Carpet Land Rug Spartans, post 500, coming in with 50 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie, taking on the Harrisburg post 45 Tigers, 23 wins and 21 losses. Don't let those win-loss records fool you here. This one could be a good one. We'll see what happens when we return after the break. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back as we get ready for another game here at the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. It's a partial elimination game. Win or lose, Lincoln's going to be in the championship tomorrow. Harrisburg, if they win, they will play another game to see if they can get themselves into the championship game. If they do not pick up a victory here today, their season will come to a conclusion. 3 teams left: West Fargo, Lincoln, and Harrisburg. 2 of those 3 playing right now here on MSPN Digital Television. Want to welcome in Ava as well as Jim watching from Denver, North Carolina. Thank you so much for tuning in. Starting pitcher here for the Lincoln Carpet Land Rug Post 400 Spartans is going to be Rylan Bowe. Let's see, let me double check the lineup here. That is actually the starting pitcher for Harrisburg. I had my half innings flip-flop, so stand by. I can switch that really quick. Swap. And we're good to go. It'll be Braden Erickson, your starting pitcher here for Lincoln. And the first pitch comes in for strike one, excuse me. 81 degrees here. Eli Kokenge is the the leadoff batter here for Harrisburg. Two balls and a strike. Sun shining brightly into the press box here, so I'll do my best to shade my eyes so I can see what's going on out there. 2 balls and 1 strike. And that was a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Braden Erickson will pick it up, fire it over for the out. 1-3 on the ground out. So, chat community, give you a heads up. Somebody in the last game asked to have Donnie Bryant on, so we're going to take your questions in the chat, and then in the bottom of the first, whatever questions you have will be answered by Coach Bryant. So you have the top of the first to get your questions in, and the bottom of the first, your questions will be answered. Noah Boucher is the batter. And a high fly ball to left center field, and that will result in a base hit, and it will be a double here for Noah Boucher. First hit of the game.
Number 7, shortstop, Ethan Beek.
Steve, is that the only question you have? Because there'll be a short interview process if that's the case. And one ball, no strike. Like I said, maybe if I stand up, I can see better here. And the 1-0 pitch, and it's in for a strike. So the count should be 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay, looks good. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. That runner on second is Noah Boucher. Got there with a double to left center field. Ethan Beek is the batter, facing the 1-1 count. As Erickson will come set, take a couple looks at second base, and deliver the pitch. High and in, ball 2. Harrisburg, 23 wins, 21 losses coming into this contest. Lincoln, 50 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie coming into this contest. And based on what we've seen here in this tournament from Lincoln so far, I am very interested in watching those 9 games that they lost, because it's been a while since I've seen a team like this one play some baseball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch, and that one is grounded foul. We'll stay right where we're at 2-2. Dylan, to answer your question, if Harrisburg wins, then they will play the winner of, or they will play West Fargo tomorrow. And then the winner of West Fargo and Harrisburg would play Lincoln again in the championship game. And if Harrisburg and West Fargo do play, then that would mean the championship game is a 1-game take-all scenario. If Lincoln wins this game, Harrisburg is eliminated, and then West Fargo would play Lincoln for the title, and West Fargo would have to beat Lincoln twice. So there's hopefully that helped answer your question there. Bryson Esser, the batter now. One ball, no strike here to Bryson Esser. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Runner on seconds, Noah Boucher. Bryson Esser's the batter. 2 away. See if Harrisburg can strike first and get on the scoreboard here. And that pitch will be a little outside, ball 2. Erickson will deliver the 2-1, swing and miss 2-2. Around the bases here for Lincoln, Kalai Larson at first, Brody McIntyre at second, Carter Harms is shortstop, Trevor Roach at third, Hudson Morrow behind the plate catching, Lewis Kako in left field, Bryson Rhodes in right field, and Della Odolate in center field for Lincoln Post 500 Carpetland Rug Spartans. Did I get that all in there? Strike one. There's a strikeout. They will strand the runner on base, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. No score here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We'll be back with the bottom of the first right after this. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Rylan Bowe, your starting pitcher here for Harrisburg. Michael Oakland, the catcher. Noah Bochet at first. Griffin Schlopko at second. Ethan Beek, the shortstop. Eli Kokenge at third. Darren Safransky in left field. Tayton Muntz in right field. Ty Raymond in straightaway center field is the defensive setup here for the Harrisburg Tigers. Brody McIntyre will lead it off. Deli Odolate and Kalai Larson will be your first three batters here for Lincoln Post 500 Carpetland Rug Spartans, and it will be Brody McIntyre stepping into the box, and we're joined by Fargo Post 500 Stars head coach and also VP of the program, Donnie Bryant. Donnie, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I've got a few Post 400 fans watching. Here's a fly ball to right field. That will drop foul for strike number one. I think the number one question here, I'll let you sort that one out here while we get back to the play. Doing something in the background here.
Well, somebody just asked, how's life on the road?
How's life on the road? Okay.
Yeah, with all these tournaments we go to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good question, I guess. So how is life on when you travel on the road?
It's fun. The boys are fun to have around. They like to joke around with each other, so it's entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I've been on a few road trips with the team, so.
Yeah, good kids.
Steve on our chat's a big Ashton Reedus fan. Now he had 9 strikeouts in that game the other day. How's he progressed from his first year in the program to this season?
He got better every year, and it's sad to see a lot of these kids go. And he's a great kid, and always did what we asked, and turned out to be a really good pitcher for us. He didn't pitch a lot in high school, which was surprising to me, but he did well for us, so that's good.
3 balls and 1 strike here to Brody McIntyre. Once again, we're talking with Fargo Post 500 Stars coach Donnie Bryant. That'll be a walk to Brody McIntyre. He'll reach first base. That'll bring up the center fielder, Deli Odolate.
You don't want to give these guys free bases, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. These guys are, you watched Lincoln and Harrisburg. First of all, let's touch on Lincoln here. I mean, you've seen them play a couple of games. What do you think of them so far?
Well, they got really good speed, and they're going to kill you if you make mistakes against them. So you got to just limit that. I mean, there you go, right there. I mean, it's just,
yep.
They're just going to steal bags, and they're going to run all over you. They're very aggressive, they're a very good team.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a team like this one, and I said in the first inning, in the top half of the first inning, that I'd be interested to see the 9 games that they lost with a 50-9 record, and how they got beat.
This kid's a good third baseman, though. Good play.
That's a nice 5-3 ground out there by Eli Kokenge.
So somebody asked, what did they ask? What am I going to miss most about this group? I would say, I think I'm going to miss most is just their goofiness and their camaraderie, around each other. And they always like to argue with one another. It was just comical to watch them.
What is I'll ask that question here after this pitch to Kalai Larson. That one is in for a ball. 1-0 here to Kalai Larson. This season, what was the craziest thing that happened on a road trip?
The craziest thing.
Player or non-player, as long as it's broadcastable to share.
Yeah, I mean, every road trip was pretty crazy, but I don't know. I can't really put one.
Fair enough.
one thing down, I guess. I'd have to think about that a little bit. But, one of our bus drivers locked their keys in, and the boys had to sit there and wait, and they were complaining, of course, left and right. So I had to hear that for the whole trip. So.
I think I remembered the little more violent version of that story.
Yeah, right.
Off air,
yeah,
you shared that one. Yeah, no, that was a good way to clean that one up. That's for sure.
Right. Oh gosh.
3 balls and a strike here to Kalai Larson. Brody McIntyre currently standing on third. And Larson will pop it foul, and that's 3 balls and 2 strikes and a full count now. Regarding Harrisburg, they're 23-21. They kind of remind you a lot of that 2021 Stars team. They're just, hovering around that 500 mark, and here they are, potentially 2 games away from Shelby. What do you think about that?
Well, it's all about how you play at the end, and I mean, any team can get hot.
That is a fly ball to left, and it will go
foul. Yeah.
Foul. Yep, it did go foul. Wasn't sure for a moment there.
And this is a type of team, you get hot hitting, and then you play good defense, and your pitchers throw strikes, and anything can happen. So.
Yeah, no, that was a cool year in 2021 for the Stars. And, the best of luck to West Fargo, Lincoln, and Harrisburg, as one of those teams is going to find themselves in North Carolina here in the next 36 hours or so.
What I remember about that 21 team is they didn't make any errors in the whole regional. I think it was 0 errors.
Yeah,
so
I think you're right.
Very good defense. So that's a key.
And defense was a struggle in the beginning of that particular season, that's for sure. Yeah, they really turned it on in the state tournament and in the regional too. I remember a couple of double plays in that tournament that were like in the regular season they would not have made those double plays. Right. It was great.
Ooh.
Fly ball to right field, and he will catch that one for the second out.
No, that was a single.
Oh, it was a single. Never mind. Okay, thanks for catching that one.
But I remember our shortstop. He is north of 25 errors for the year, and he was phenomenal in the regional. Didn't make 1 error. And
I remember that
played
clearly.
Fabulously.
Yep. Carter Harms the batter now here for Lincoln. Outside for a ball, 1-0 here to Carter Harms. Carter Harms in the regional tournament, 3 hits, a fly out, and reached on an error. Bryson Rhodes in the on-deck circle here. So Harms and Rhodes, batters 4-5 in the lineup here for Lincoln, as they try the pickoff attempt at first there on the runner Kalai Larson.
Lincoln's just hard to keep down offensively. They can swing it.
Yeah, they're really impressive in this tournament so far. There's no doubt about that. Fly ball to right, and that's snagged there by Tatum Muntz, and that's out number 2 now. Now it's out number 2. Bryson Rhodes will be the batter now as it's a little bit windy out there. Bryson Rhodes in the tournament has 3 hits and 1 flyout. And he'll check swing there, but it'll be a strike even if he wouldn't have swung, and it's 0-1. Once again, the sun is shining bright, so it's kind of hard to see some of the control buttons here, so we'll do our best to keep everything accurate. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You get a big Ashton Renas fan on the
Yeah.
on the chat.
I don't know what his obsession is. I don't know if he's a family member or what, but
You know, I should talk to our president because he was making fun of me earlier. I know I'm not a man of many words, but now he's saying I don't have a vocabulary at all.
Didn't he say something like you only knew 2 words or something like that?
That's not very nice.
And that's another stolen base.
And he's supposed to be my friend. My goodness.
That will end the inning here, and what an inning it was here. It's 1 run across on 1 hit on no Harrisburg errors. Then they leave 1 stranded on base here, and we'll go to the top of the 2nd when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. 5, 6, 7 batters here for Harrisburg. We'll start with number 10, Tatum Muntz. Another question on the chat is, what is something you're looking forward to in 2026?
I always look forward to the new kids coming in and placing them and coaching them and getting them ready to play at the highest level. That's always fun. See all the new kids come in.
1 ball and no strike here to Tatum Muntz. Tatum Muntz does have a home run in this tournament. We'll also see Michael Oakland and Griffin Schlapko this inning for Harrisburg. They trail 1-0 right now here on the Mandy's FargoND.com scoreboard. In addition to what you look forward to in 2026, is there any specific regular season tournaments that you are looking forward to going to next year?
Oh, we always look forward to Omaha. Omaha's a fun tournament to go to, and all the kids get to go to the College World Series.
Oh yeah,
That's fun. And then lately, the kids have always asked to go back to Bozeman. They like going out west, seeing the mountains. And
that's a long trip.
It is a long trip.
What is that, like 9 hours from Fargo?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Ground ball to third, mishandled originally. Roach got it over there. No, he did not. That'll go into the books as an error.
Just got in there.
They haven't recorded it as an error yet. Yep, now they put the error up on the board. So that'd be an E5 if you're scoring at home.
You're probably used to Gould on here, all Gould does is talk. Does he ever let you talk?
Occasionally he lets me talk, yeah.
Guy just yaps and yaps.
Michael Oakland, he also has a home run in this tournament. He knocked one out of the park to left center field. And in addition to that, he has a couple of hits, a couple of ground outs to short, and a line drive fly out to center field.
Yeah, I think he hit that against us. I think it went over the bushes.
Yeah, I have kindly left that out just to not rub it into you guys.
It is what it is.
2 balls and no strike here to Michael Oakland. Griffin Schlapko is on deck. Erickson will look in, get the signal here from Morrow, and deliver. And And that is low into the dirt for a ball, and it's 3 balls and no strikes now here to Michael Oakland. Once again, Schlapko is on deck here for the Harrisburg Tigers, wearing the yellow jerseys with maroon numbers trimmed in a maroon or white. Carpetland and those baby blues. Go ahead.
This is a good situation for Harrisburg here. He's going to go. I'm guessing the pitcher is not their ace, even though he is available.
Yeah,
probably save him for tomorrow.
Yeah, that makes sense. I made a comment yesterday that they were playing in a meaningless game, but that's one comment I would like to retract and refine a little bit. This game does have a little bit of meaning, because if Carpetland's able to win it, then West Fargo would have to beat them twice in the championship game. If Harrisburg wins this game, then Carpetland would get a game rest, and then they would play one game against the winner of West Fargo and Harrisburg. So, if you were the coach of Lincoln, which of those scenarios would you prefer?
Either one would work. I know in 21 we lost. We were in the meaningless game because we had won all of our games up to that point, and we got just killed. But we sat back and watched those 2 other teams play, and you could just sit back and relax, and it sort of, we saved everyone, and it helped us focus on the game and that we had to play. So
that's very true. Griffin Schlapko is the batter. And that comes right down Main Street for a strike. So 2 runners on base here for Harrisburg, and as Coach Donnie said, a good situation here. 2 runners on, nobody out, and Griffin Schlapko with
that's what I thought.
A base hit, and he will bunt that one foul down the first base line. Like I was gonna say, he had a base hit to left. He's reached base twice on 2 fielders' choices, and he has 1 ground out to second in the tournament.
I thought he would be bunting right away. He took a strike, and then they put the bunt on. But you almost think to yourself, should I bunt here or not? Because you're going to need some runs to beat these guys, and is taking it out for moving up runners.
Swing and a miss.
It doesn't matter.
And that puts 1 out now on the board. Still a fairly good situation there for Harrisburg. And now the left fielder, Darren Safransky, will step up to the plate. As you can hear in our field mics, it's pretty windy out there right now.
Little slider that this kid has. This kid's got to step up at the plate. They need to score.
Here's the 0-1 to Safransky, and that one's batted out of the box, foul. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Safransky. Ty Raymond is the batter on deck. Safransky and Raymond represent the 8-9 batters here in this contest. And that will be ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Safransky. Your favorite position in baseball, I think, is what I see on my phone here on the chat.
My favorite position. All of them. Can I just say all of them?
Yeah, that's a fair answer.
All of them.
How do you like the new that's not a question for Donnie. That is the other team's indoor facility. So you'd have to ask the coach of that team that question there, unless you have an answer, I guess.
Oh, I've been over there. It's super nice.
Okay, cool.
The facility in West Fargo, it's state of the art. They have a full infield and a bunch of cages, and it's beautiful in there.
I've seen video and pictures of it, but I haven't been in there myself just yet.
Yeah, it is. It's super nice in there.
That one's fouled away for a strike.
You get some weird questions on here, Mike. What's going on?
It beats me.
If people want my political views, you don't want my political views. Trust me. My favorite song. That's easy. That's Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Oh, that is a good one. I'm more of an Avenged Sevenfold fan myself when it comes to rock music. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ty Raymond. Yeah, like I mentioned at the top of the first, the sun's shining bright, so it's hard to see a lot of the things in here. I don't know if that's going to help pulling down the shade a little bit. Might, but.
What's the game we circle on our calendar year after year?
Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to cough in the microphone. I'll let you answer that. I have a couple answers to that question myself from a broadcasting standpoint. But
do I just got to give one, or there's a couple?
Yeah, I'll give them both.
Of course, it's supposed to. I mean, you want to, and the kids want to play their friends, and it's a fun game. But I would say Moorhead too.
Oh, really? I would not have expected that answer.
So, those are the couple games.
That one's a high fly ball to left field, and it looks like Lewis Cockle will be underneath it, and he will. And that will be out number 3. Bill Strand 2 on base, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back with some more questions and answers here when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Jeez, these questions.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second, batters 5, 6, 7 here for Lincoln. And that's a high fly ball to left field, and that should be a catch for Safransky, and it is. 1 pitch, 1 out.
I saw Greg McNary was on.
Yeah, he's a regular. I've
known Greg for a long time.
Really?
Great guy. The McNary brothers are super guys.
I think he's been chiming in on the chat occasionally for the last couple of years now, if I remember correctly. Maybe if I'm wrong, Greg, then please correct me. But there's strike 1 here to Bryson Rhodes, the batter. Bryson Rhodes with 3 hits and a fly out to left in the tournament so far. It's his first plate appearance here in this particular game. No balls and a strike. Make that 1 ball and 1 strike, even though it kind of looked like a strike from up here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Do we ever give kids gifts after the game? No, we buy them food.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. mean, we can feed them, but if you consider that a gift, I
Yeah,
guess that would be a gift, I guess, then. But
yeah, we did have a cake thanks to our Bubba, our bus driver. He brought a cake for the boys.
I met Bubba for the first time during the state tournament trip, and he seemed like a pretty cool guy. And a ground ball out towards the shortstop, Ethan Beek. He will pick it up, fired across, not in time. Infield hit for Bryson Rhodes.
Yeah, Bubba is a great guy, super guy.
So runner on, and that brings up Braden Erickson. Oh, I'm sorry, Hudson Morrow. I'm behind one person here.
There's a question, do I miss coaching at Fargo South? I'll be honest with you, I do miss coaching at Fargo South. I don't miss the weather in the spring. I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting too old and my bones creak. So it's just too cold for me. I was done with that. So, but I do miss the coaching over there.
Yeah,
we had some great coaches that coached with me, and they were there for a long time together, and it just got where I didn't want to sit out in the cold. I hate to say that, but
text message comes in from Colton Almy. Who's your favorite broadcaster, Mike or Jake Bryant?
Well, I have to say my son, Mike. I'm sorry. Jake's funny. Jake and Almy are fun to listen to when you get them on.
We had him on for the viewers who might have been watching a couple nights ago. We had Colton and Jake on in the second and third inning of that Fargo Post 100 Stars game versus Yankton, I believe. Or no, it was the game versus Yankton, the 4-1 win for the Stars over Yankton. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Here to Hudson Morrow, the catcher. And this one, a ground ball out towards third base. Cole Kench picks it up, fires it over to first for Boucher, and that's out number 2.
It said, did you ever play or coach against Darren Erstad when he was at Jamestown? Actually, we did. Our Legion team, when I was I was playing. I mean, I was a senior, and he was 14, I believe, at the time, but he was playing on Jamestown Legion team. But he was really good at 14. I remember him facing Rick Helling, and he held his own, didn't get blown away or anything like that. So Darren was always really good.
Trevor Roach is the batter, by the way. It's 0-1.
I'm trying to read these texts. I'm laughing, or these messages. Who is your favorite son?
Oh,
my
man.
3 sons. That's not a fair question, is it?
Yeah, that's almost as bad as asking what your political view is.
Right. I love them all the same. That's my answer.
1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Trevor Roach. Yeah, I'll be honest, chat community, we will not answer any political related questions. So that's a topic that's off limits here on MSPN.
It's like going to family dinner. You don't never bring up politics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Two balls and 2 strikes now here to Trevor Roach. Runner on second here for Lincoln. And the pitch. Got him.
Nice pitch.
Nice strikeout there. They'll leave 1 stranded, and
the
now
outside corner.
end the bottom of the second. The third inning coming up in 60 seconds. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third here. Harrisburg finds themselves down 1-0 in a good game so far here between the Post 45 Tigers and the Post 500 Carpetland Rug Spartans out of Lincoln, Nebraska. You think if Donnie, if you were doing the play-by-play, you could say that team name over and over again without stumbling, or
Probably not. Probably not.
2 balls and no strikes. So Donnie, during the commercial break, your favorite TV show? That's a simple question.
Oh gosh, come on, that's easy. Hogan's Heroes.
Oh.
I mean, I have it on 24/7 on the 24/7 channel.
whenever I come down, so over the off season, I will come down and watch Colorado Avalanche hockey games because it's the only place in Fargo where I can watch Colorado Avalanche hockey games.
We won't say why though.
And every single time I come in, it's on the Hogan's Heroes channel.
No.
So runner on first, and that'll bring up Noah Boucher.
Trying to go over some of the other questions.
Well, they're coming in so quickly, we might have missed something. If we haven't answered your question yet, feel free to retype it into the chat, and maybe we'll see it.
What was the question?
No balls and 1 strike here to Noah Boucher as the questions are searched for.
Yeah.
We'll broadcast the game.
California rule question.
Oh, yeah.
Question.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Or strike 2.
It says, do you like the California rule in the 10th inning, or do you say play it out? I'm an old school guy, so I'd rather play it out. But you know the way that everyone has zero attention span these days, so
I have a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout. I have a love-hate relationship with that rule. I love it when my team's to bat. I hate it when the other team's at bat.
Yeah. I just say play it out. Do I believe in conditioning our players? Of course I do.
That's kind of a silly question.
Especially the pitchers. They need to be able to go a distance on the mound a little bit.
Ethan Beek is the batter. Bryson Esser is on deck. I missed. Okay, I didn't see that
Greg.
one.
Greg.
Oh,
do you recall
I'll let you handle that one.
The jersey incident in Grand Forks? That was a fun. I forgot my jersey, and we were playing Greg in Grand Forks, and I had forgot my jersey, and Coach Harder was mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
So he made me wear the Bat Boys jersey, and it was so tight on me. That was funny.
1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Ethan Beek. They'll try the pickoff attempt, and he's back safely.
Greg's gonna keep bringing stuff up. I don't know if we can we mute Greg?
We could, but I don't know if you would like that.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Let's see here. Before Greg mentioned that, I had something in my mind, and I forgot what it was. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Ethan Beek. Once again, a 1-0 game here. Tying run is on base here for Harrisburg. And they'll say no, it's a ball. So a full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Another pickoff attempt.
Hobbies outside of coaching. That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. Now,
People know me, they know.
Keep it PG, if you
Oh,
would.
wow. Come on. Hunting and fishing for sure. That's my go-to hobbies all the time. You know, those hobbies are fun hobbies.
So we'll have a visit to the mound now and turn off our field mic so the copyrighted music will keep our broadcast live here. It's blocked a few over the years, so. Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier. Outside of the 2021 team going to the World Series, what is your favorite moment of the Post 400 program outside of that since you've been involved with it?
Well, that whole run in 21 at the end.
Yeah, besides that one,
well,
though.
I'll tell you before that run.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a favorite, but I thought that year I was done. I'm like, we're done. This is ridiculous. Mandan came into town,
and
I mean a week before the postseason, and I bet you they had 38, 40 hits in a doubleheader against us. They were hitting the balls. They were like missiles going. Mortar rounds just hitting the outfield with how many hits they had. They just killed us in a doubleheader. It was like the 27 Yankees coming to town. And I remember sitting there going, this is unbelievable to me. So that was pretty memorable, but it sort of woke the kids up a little bit. So that was
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that was fun. And the state tournament run this year. I mean, we won 3 games in a row. It didn't end out like we wanted, but it was fun. It was a fun tournament. So
Bryson Esser is the batter, and he'll send this one to right field. And will he get there? No, he'll run out of room. He'll go out of play as Bryson Rhodes was giving chase to it in right field. And just to paint the picture here for those watching, we do have one person up here pointing out the questions so I can focus on the game. At least that's the mission here. So if you hear a chuckle every now and then,
Greg says you beat us 15-1 4 times in the first year in his first year in Grand Forks. Mathematically, what are the odds of that? I don't know, Greg.
0-2.
We had a good team though. I mean, you had Tim Sandy and Dan Schmidt, Ty Devine, Jimmy Jameson, and Rick Helling. I mean, we had a good team, so we beat a lot of teams that year.
Tate Muntz
I think
is the
we
batter.
even beat
Go ahead.
Jamestown. I don't that year. And the year before, we beat Jamestown also. And I think that this Gould kid was on that team. He was a mouthy center fielder. God, that guy. If he wasn't my friend, I'd say more about him. But
swing and a miss there for Tate Muntz.
And I had one of my good friends. This is a great story.
Okay.
One of my good friends, when we played, I was a junior, and Jeff Gould was a senior. And I'll let you finish this.
And that'll be a 4-3 ground out for the end of the inning.
And he was so mad at my good friend Ty Devine in center field because Jeff had scorched balls out to him, and Ty would make these fabulous plays and robbed Jeff Gould of a 400 season batting average. It was awesome.
We'll have more awesome stories for you coming up here in the next half inning right after the break. Stay tuned.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it for you.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Did you try breakout with a Ming wall? Did you try breakout with an extra ball? It's what fun's all about. It's Super Breakout. It's a brand new game from Atari. Have you played Atari today?
If you liked Breakout, you'll love Super Breakout. It's got more color, more sound, and more action. And naturally, it's from Atari.
Have you played Atari today?
Welcome back. Bottom of the third, brought to you by Atari, apparently. I don't know what the heck happened there, but 1-0 game here in favor of Lincoln over Harrisburg here.
Just to finish my Jeff Gould story, he gets mad to this day. Every time he sees Ty Devine, he gets upset and he brings it up.
Deli Odolate, the center fielder, is the batter here. He's 0 for 1 in the contest so far.
I keep telling him he's got to just let things go, but he can't do that.
And there's a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Deli Odolate. Kalai Larson. One second here. I was looking at number 5, and it's Brody McIntyre, not Delolate. Delolate is on deck, so my apologies there for mixing those two up in the lineup. And that one's a little bit low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes count.
It says, what do you think of Ben Dawson? Ben Dawson, love Ben Dawson. Great kid, Ben Dawson.
Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. And now here's Deli Odolate.
Center fielder number 5, Dele Odolate.
And that one's high and in for a ball. 1-0 here to Odolate. Odolate's had a very good tournament. Oh, I like Endgame's question there. He's like, teams that border North Dakota have an all-state team. North Dakota does not. Would you like to see one in North Dakota, or are you good without one?
It's been brought up before with the coaches. It'd be nice. I mean, it'd be all right.
High fly ball to left field, not to interrupt you there, and that one is going to be caught there by Darren Safransky. Go ahead.
I mean, it'd be a good honor, but it's not a huge thing. We'll see if it happens.
Kalai Larson will step up to the plate now here for Lincoln. Remains a 1-0 game going into here in the bottom of the third. And a diamond cutter right up the middle, and it'll ricochet off the second baseman's glove.
He had to sort of slide on the turf. That was a tough play.
So Kalai Larson on with, we'll call it an infield single. And that'll bring up Carter Harms. And that pitch will go way outside into the backstop, and Larson will move up to second base on that play. And it's ball 1.
What kind of car do I drive? I mean, should I just say a Ferrari?
Yeah.
A Porsche.
Yeah. I drive a Hummer H2, so.
Because I make so much money.
It's all thanks to my Fargo Post 400 salary.
Yeah.
I've actually been offered jobs to do play-by-play in Nebraska when we go down to those, but I don't know if they can top the salary I have at Fargo Post 400. So here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0. I've thrown numbers at them. I haven't received any offers yet. So 3 balls and no strikes here to Carter Harms. And that'll come in for a strike, 3-1.
Where does a diamond cutter rank in your terms of favorite plays in baseball?
That's a good question.
Well, my players know my favorite thing to do, so I love squeezing. Suicide squeeze is my favorite.
You've pulled that off a couple times this season. Yeah. They both resulted in victories, so that'll be a ball 4, and they'll put him on base. And now we have 2 runners on here for Lincoln. And that will bring to the plate Bryson Rhodes. Bryson Rhodes, 1 for 1, has a hit in this game. Knocked one out towards left field last time he was at the plate. He'll swing and foul away here for strike 1. Well, let's see here.
What do we got going on?
Do you ever require FaceTime coaching sessions or talks with the players?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I figured I'd ask. So, because I didn't want to answer it and say it was wrong. So, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he'll square up, pull it back. Pitch was high, and we're at 2 balls and a strike now here to Bryson Rhodes.
Do I think they should have an East-West game? The problem with that is, when are you going to put it in? Because you have all the teams scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sort of have to make a date, and so no team schedules around that date. Well, you don't have a lot of weeks. I mean, we had 7 weeks this year. I mean, when are you going to play it? Because you can't,
Ground ball to third. He'll step on the bag for the force out.
It's just it's difficult to do.
And I agree with that. And I'll have more thoughts on that East-West when we come back here in a moment. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Mandy's of Fargo, ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
All right. Welcome back. Eli Kokenge ending the inning there by getting that force out on third. And now we go to the top of the 4th. And it is Michael Oakland. We'll see Griffin Schlapko and Darren Safransky this inning as well. Regarding, you answered the question about the East-West.
I have something to say first.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I got a text from Derek Dinger.
Uh-huh.
And he wants me to start being more entertaining.
Oh.
That's not fair.
No, it's not.
You know, I'm going to go over there and make sure he's got those blue Solo cups over there.
End game in regards to that, you know, we used to broadcast that East-West softball game here on MSPN for like the first 4 years that they had it, and then I got involved with Fargo Post 400. We did it for the first 2 years of my first two years with Fargo Post 400, and like you said, Donnie, a lot of scheduling. It's hard to schedule, and it was actually really hard to broadcast that game and also broadcast the Stars schedule. So
Yeah.
we gave that up, but yeah. So that
it'd just be logistical nightmare in that regard.
Exactly.
You get
Yep.
everyone, all these, you know, you have so many teams have to be on the same page, and it's hard.
Griffin Schlapko is the batter now here for Harrisburg. 0 for 1.
So my least favorite player, I could answer that.
Okay.
The guy sitting right next to me, Jeff Gould. Jeff Gould's my least favorite player.
They got the out at second there.
He
on
was
Michael
a jerk
Oakland.
to play against, by the way. I mean, he didn't stop running his mouth back then.
Here's Griffin Schlapko now. Or I'm sorry, it's Darren Safransky. Schlapko's the runner, or Michael Oakland's on the runner on first. There's one out.
Do I play any video games? You know, I used to. I used to go to the Quarter Arcade, play Galaga and Pac-Man. Those are the great video games. Those are the old school ones.
Darren Safransky, the batter. No balls, 1 strike. Make it no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, my favorite one was Frogger.
Oh,
Frogger was my favorite.
I like that game too. I play a human version of that. Here's the 0-2. That one's a little bit high. Ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 runner on base here for Harrisburg. They're down 1-0 here. And a winner-go-home game for Harrisburg, and a win or be beaten only once game for Lincoln in the championship game. I was trying to figure out how to word that one, but I think I maybe did that right. Gave it a little bit of justice. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count now here to Safransky. On deck is Ty Raymond.
These people got to be a little bit more creative on their questions, Mike.
I know, right?
Goodness.
It's hard. It's hard to look at them all. And
I know.
Center fielder number 1, Ty Raymond.
Have I ever coached anyone that went to the MLB? Actually, years ago, I had Jay Gierke. I coached when he was younger. He was a bomber age kid. He was 16 kid. He was a good kid. He drove me nuts at times, but he was a good kid.
0-1 and now 0-2 here to Ty Raymond. We reached the 1 hour mark of the ball game now here between Lincoln and Harrisburg. It's still 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. Harrisburg looking for a base hit to potentially pull in that runner from second. That one popped up and it drops foul as we turn down the wind microphone there. Sometimes that wind can cause me to get an earache when it comes to the headset the way it does like that. So.
Oh, this is funny. Do I have a favorite umpire? They're all my favorites. All of them. Every one of them.
Oh, that's a good question.
What's that?
What's your favorite nickname of any player you've ever coached?
Oh, some of them I don't want to to say.
I can answer that one from what my PA days. I can answer that one.
So
but
who's yours?
I'll tell you after this pitch here. 1-2, and that one will pop away, and the runners will stay put. In 2022, I believe, or maybe it was 2020, or maybe it was 2021. When it's one of those.
You're narrowing
years.
it down there, Mike.
Whenever I'm not doing broadcasting, I'm sometimes in the other booth doing PA announcing and I always go Big Ben Dawson, and then one time I didn't say that, and Ben Dawson hit a home run, and he's like, never say Big Ben Dawson again. Because every time I said that, he never got a hit. And then when I forgot to say it, he hit a home run. He never wanted me to say it again. Full count here to Ty Raymond. And a strikeout. Whatever that question is, we'll take it in the next inning here. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Mandy's of Fargo, ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. We move now to the bottom of the fourth. Pitch is low for a ball. And the batter is Braden Erickson. Go ahead.
Derek Dinger needs to ask some better questions.
Derek's a good guy. I like him.
It says, that's a good question. It says, if Coach Bryant is solely responsible for choosing one upgrade to Starion Bank Field, what upgrade would Coach Bryant make? Well, that's easy for me.
That might be the question of the game.
Well, yeah. It would easily be put turf throughout the whole outfield. That would be easy. My second upgrade would be another deck, probably down left field, sort of tie it both together. That would be cool.
That would be cool. I like that a lot, actually. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Braden Erickson.
Favorite place to play besides Starion Bank Field? I would say my favorite place to play would have to be Jamestown.
Interesting answer.
And the only reason I say that is because Jeff Gould's sitting right next to me.
Okay.
No, that's not true. It's because Tom Gould is there, and Tom's always fun to talk to.
Tom's a good guy.
He's
I like him a
guy.
lot. High fly ball deep to left field, and a nice snag there by Darren Safransky for the out. That's one down.
Left fielder number 4, Lewis Cockle.
And now Lewis Cockle will step up to the plate here for Lincoln. One of my favorite places to broadcast from, other than Starion Bank Field, if I can spin that question a little bit, because I think I like broadcasting from Creighton Prep in Omaha, Nebraska. And also West Side. West Side has been, like, the only thing West Side didn't do for me when we were down in Nebraska last year, or this past summer, or this summer, I should say, is rent a limo to pick me up from my hotel. I mean, they were so friendly and welcoming, and it was awesome. Unlike our other site in Nebraska, but I'll stay quiet about that. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Lewis Cockle. Of course, Westside High School is where we had that 14-inning broadcast, so that will always be a part of a memory there. 3 balls and a strike now here to Lewis Cockle. And Cockle will go to center field, and the catch is made by Raymond.
This is turning out to be a very good game.
Yeah, I don't know if I expected this to be a 1-0 game in the 4th, to be honest. I expected a little bit more scoring from both of these teams. But this is turning out to be a pitcher's duel, and so far so good. I think most baseball fans would agree this is a type of game that you like to see sometimes.
Yeah, and the Harrisburg pitcher's doing a superb job of mixing it up and hitting his corners and just keeping them off balance a little bit. My favorite field with turf. I'm gonna have to say, it says which ballpark is in North Dakota is your favorite, excluding Starion that has turf on it. I would say Mandan and Minot.
I was gonna agree with you on Mandan too.
Yeah, Mandan and Minot for sure.
From a broadcasting standpoint, I don't like Minot 'cause there's too many posts that get in the way of the camera. Yeah. But outside of that, it's
the kids
good.
love Minot because of the dugouts and the. You go down underneath the stands on your own side. They dig that.
3-1 here to Hudson Morrow. And the pitch. And it's in for a strike. And it's 3-2.
You know, if people want to get answers to some of these, maybe they need to ask better questions.
I would agree with that, yeah. Full count, fouled away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I have no discouragement on that one. Like Mario, like why? Okay,
yeah.
We will not answer that question. And the payoff pitch, and it will walk him.
Most important thing I've learned from a coach is just teach fundamentals. You teach fundamentals and everything falls into place. You can add stuff to it, but just teach the fundamentals of the game. Example, teach fundamentals of bunting, fundamentals of hitting. Everyone's going to have their own hitting style, but there's a few core fundamentals that you want to hit, that you want to teach.
Batter's Trevor Roach. He fouled that first pitch off for a strike. And there's strike 2. And Ryland Bowe continues to impress on the mound here for Harrisburg. Harrisburg, of course, the champions of South Dakota. They defeated Yankton by the score of 2-0 in the South Dakota State Championship game. Lincoln, the designated champion after a little bit of roller coaster drama down in Nebraska. That's probably the best way you could say that. I don't think they played a championship game, a true championship game in Nebraska. That one's heading out, and it'll bounce into the Lincoln dugout, and it'll fall for a strike. So it'll remain 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Trevor Roach, the batter. Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't know if you have an answer to it, but has any player given a quote that kind of stood out to you this year?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Let me exactly read it again here.
Favorite quote?
A favorite quote from a player this year.
Well, we always say, and the kids will say, tell each other, is just do your job.
Oh.
And that's put on the back of our shirts. I mean, that was brought up a while ago, but it's always brought up by the players. Just do your job. You know, it's real simple.
End game. We'll get to your question when we return from the break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down. But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Welcome back. It'll be Eli Kokenge along with Noah Boucher and Ethan Beek. Top of the order here for Harrisburg to lead it off in the top of the fifth. They still trail 1-0. Lincoln scoring that run in the bottom of the first, and nothing happening since then as far as scoring goes. And a lot of strikes, a lot of strikeouts, a couple of walks here and there, but it's been a battle between these two squads, and Harrisburg really looking to stick it to Lincoln here. And if they can get a run across the plate in the top of the fifth, they can really make things interesting. But right now, it's the advantage Lincoln. And that pitch is outside for a ball. So top of the fifth here, your last chance to get questions in for Donnie, and then we will shift our focus away from the interview session.
Which was sort of a good one, but I can't really answer it. It's about Mount Rushmore of baseball and Legion Baseball in North Dakota. And since 2000, I can't answer that question because there's a lot of them, you know. But I can give you my Mount Rushmore of players back in the day of when I played against Jeff Gould, and Jeff Gould would probably be on that. No, he wouldn't. He'd be on that as a pitcher. I think his ERA was infinity.
High fly ball to left field. Does it have the distance? It could. No, it's going to drop right in front of the fence. And it'll be a double for Eli Kokenge. And that is a big hit here for Harrisburg as they get a runner in scoring position with nobody out on a leadoff double to left field.
But I would say, and the guys that I looked up to probably is, you know, you had like Clint Glass and Danny Foss and those guys, Brent Polum, and I played with Brent and Darren, and it was, you know, Darren Erstead was so good, and, you know, Rick Helling was good too.
Strike one here to Noah Boucher.
And, you know, Scotty Collins from Minot, I remember hitting him in bombs. So those guys are good.
We'll also see Ethan Beek this inning here. See if Boucher can get Kokenge in from second base. They will make him touch up as Erickson will step off. And
yeah, Timmy Olson was good. Hafner, yeah. Travis. All those guys are so good.
No balls and 2 strikes here now here to Noah Boucher. Who's your favorite weather broadcaster?
Oh, Hutch, for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's, if you're not sure who Hutch is, you can find him as a featured channel on our MSPN YouTube channel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We trust him 100% with his weather forecast. He's the go-to guy for weather information. He does a fantastic job. I actually used to work with Hutch at KVLY here in Fargo years back. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Noah Boucher. Big moment in the game here for Harrisburg as he'll foul that one off, and we'll stay tight at 2-2. Hour and 15 minutes into the game now. And with nobody out, Harrisburg's threatening to potentially get a run in here. We'll see if Boucher can find himself a base hit. Right now, the gap between first and second looks good. And he'll hit him.
It says, what was your favorite part of building the Post Runner program from the ground up? I would say just watching it grow over the years, going from playing at Bennett with a warming house of a little shack for a concession stand and having to work on Bennett all the time, to moving over here and having this built, and all the volunteers and all the people that were a part of it from the early days on. So that was just watching it grow and doing it all for the kids. That's the biggest thing, is just do it for the kids.
Yeah, no, this is a phenomenal program in the 5 years that I've been with it. I have no complaints. Hopefully others don't have complaints about me, but certainly enjoy it here. Matter of fact, when the season's not here, I mentioned earlier I come here to watch hockey games, but this is basically my office during the off season. I come up here.
You're always up here, Mike.
I know. I work on scoreboard graphics or some new feature, like this next season. We're hoping to debut the technology that we got for the little white rectangle for the strike box, and also home runs, including like launch angles and exit velocity and all that kind of stuff. It's in the making right now.
Well, you're like the security guard.
I know, right?
Because you know who comes and goes all the time. You're just sitting up in your perch, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I don't take too much food from the concession stand. Looks like Ethan Beek's going to square up, and he'll bunt it right back up to the pitcher, and he'll get thrown out, and the runners advance to second and third.
Very good bunt. Got him over, did his job. Do your job, like we say, right?
Designated hitter number 15, Bryson Esser.
A big opportunity here for Harrisburg to not only get one, but potentially get the lead. Bryson Esser is the batter. And the pitch. Strike one. One hour and 18 minutes. It's Kokenge, the runner on third. Noah Boucher, the runner on second. Bryson Esser, the batter. And the pitch. And that one's going out into center field, and because he took off from the base, he's not going to be able to tag.
It was too short of a pop to center. I mean, he would have been hosed if he
that as well, but I think both of those factors played into that, actually. And that'll be out number 2. So now the path to tying and or taking the lead becomes a little bit more difficult here for Tayton Muntz. And that will be a ground ball to short if he can throw him out, and the pick is made, and it will remain a 1-0 ball game. Harrisburg came that close.
Well, thanks for having me, Mike. Appreciate
you
it.
bet. Thanks, and come up anytime. Your first time in, 5 years
Yes.
you've been on the microphone?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll have you up here again. It was fun, and we'll talk to you again soon. We'll be back with the next inning here in just a moment.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Brody McIntyre will lead it off here for Lincoln. Once again, a big thank you to Coach Bryant for coming up here and chit-chatting with us for a while, and thank you for your questions. Thank you for your good questions. And you know who you are if you asked a good question. Thank you for that. Endgame, have him on more often. I would agree. It's tough considering that he's coaching most of the time that we're on the air, but we'll certainly do our best to make that happen. Brody McIntyre, once again, 1 ball, no strike here in a 1-0 ball game between Lincoln and Harrisburg. Strike 1 here to Brody McIntyre. This has been a phenomenal baseball game after Lincoln powerhousing their way through the first couple teams. I don't think a lot of people expected this type of a ball game between these two clubs, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm guessing a few others are too, but I can tell you that from my perspective that I'm really enjoying this one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is a ground ball snagged there by Ethan Beek. He'll fire it over and got it there just in the nick of time. A 6-3 ground out.
Center fielder, number 5,
Dele Odolate is the next batter. And some questions will be asked. Something about the first base bag, or at least that's what it appeared to be. 4 umpires for today, and is Tim Higgins behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Eric Guler on the first base line. Aldo Mora, second base, and manning the third base station is Corey Aldrich. Here's Della Odolate again, the center fielder. Made some fantastic plays in center field in the last 2 games. Made a few fantastic plays in this game as well. 1 ball and no strike, the count. And the 1-0, and there's a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch from Ryland Bowe. That one's fouled away for strike number 2. And a 2-2 count as that center field camera is being affected by a big gust of wind right now, so we'll take it off that. I'm not even sure what our PA announcer said. The wind was so strong. So, but I can tell you this: it is. Hang on, I'm going to make sure I get it right this time. It was Kalai Larson, and that'll be a fly out to center fielder. And And that will do it for the 5th inning. It remains a 1-0 ball game here through 5 innings played. And I had the pitch count right. Awesome. 93 for Ryland Bull. And we'll be back in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, new pitcher on the mound here for Lincoln. It's number 42, Trevor Roach. And that means we have a new third baseman as well. We'll see if we can figure out who that is. Didn't see him when he walked off camera. We'll take the binoculars after him then. And that will be Lewis Cockle playing third base. And that means we have a new left fielder as well. And that first pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's going to be low for ball 2. Michael Oakland is the batter here for Lincoln. So we're going to make a slight correction on our scoreboard here. And that'll be a strike 2. Full count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Michael Oakland. Payoff pitch for Trevor Roach. And he delivers. And he will miss. And he'll walk him. And that's a runner on base here for Harrisburg.
Second baseman number 4, Griffin Schlotko.
End game regarding the more social media. I used to have them all, but it was way too much for me myself to manage. So that's why we're just down to YouTube and X. And YouTube is our website right now. With everything that I have going on until we have a lot more help in the summertime than we do the rest of the year, because we have kids that are not in college and they're able to help out, but then when the school year starts, they go back to college, and that limits our options there. So no balls and 1 strike, and a swing and a miss for no balls and 2 strikes. That one's fouled away. That camera's a little too shaky. We'll come back to this camera here. Once again, as long as it's not windy, we're fine, but apparently it's always windy during a game. But I promise you, if you come here when there's no game being played, that thing is steady as a rock. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner will go, and they throw to second, safe. So Harrisburg gets the tying run in scoring position now. That's Michael Oakland on second base.
Fielder number 6, Darren Safransky.
Pitch did come across as a strike, so it'll go into the books as a strikeout and out number 1. And now Darren Safransky will come up to the plate here. And he'll have a chance to bring in the tying run from second. With 1 out. Harrisburg's had a couple opportunities like this here in recent innings. And now a conversation here between Morrow and Roach. One run on 3 hits for Lincoln, no runs on 2 hits for Harrisburg. 1 error committed for Lincoln. Oh and 1. Ty Raymond's the batter on deck here for Harrisburg. And Roach will deliver low and out to even the count of the ball and a strike. Harrisburg lost 6-0 to this Lincoln team on opening day. They would bounce back with a 9-4 win over Grand Rapids. And they get a 9, and then they would escape a threat from Fargo Post 400 and win 9-6 to get to today's game. That'll be out number 2, and Oakland advances to third. So they get 90 feet closer.
Center fielder number 1, Ty Raymond.
6-3 ground out. Does Ty Raymond have a base hit in him? Swing and a miss, strike 1. Harrisburg has 4 outs remaining to try and get 1 run across the plate. To get it here would be huge. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's outside for 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away, we're at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third in a 1-0 ball game. And the pitch outside for ball 3 in a full count. And the payoff pitch. Walked him. Runners on the corners with 2 away here, and that'll bring up Eli Kokenge to the top of the order. And it'll also bring out the coach here for Lincoln. Trying to take this moment to find out who our left fielder is. It's Cruz Wavra who's taken over in left field for Lincoln. Thanks to the raise I got 3 years ago, I was able to get a pair of binoculars. Half joke. The binoculars were cheap enough I could buy them without a raise. First and third. And the pitch. Inside edge for strike one. Ty Raymond, the runner on first. Michael Oakland, the runner on third. No balls and a strike here to Eli Kokenge, top of the order. Noah Boucher would potentially be the next batter here. And the 0-1 pitch, and that's strike two. Can Roach sneak one more by Kokenge here and put an end to the top of the sixth? The pitch and a ground ball that will be snagged there by the first baseman, Kalai Larson. He steps on the bag. That strands two on base and remains a 1-0 game going into the bottom of the sixth inning. Last chance for Lincoln to add some insurance runs, as Harrisburg will have 3 more outs to try and tie it as long as they can keep it a 1-0 game here in the top of the seventh. That top of the seventh is next here on MSPN Digital Television.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, it's the insurance inning here for Lincoln. They have a 1-0 lead. Harrisburg is threatened in the third, fourth, and fifth. Or no, the fourth, fifth, and sixth is what I was trying to say. They have gotten close, but they haven't been able to tie it. They've had opportunities to tie. They've had opportunities to tie and take the lead. They haven't been able to cash in just yet. So if Lincoln can get 1 or 2 insurance runs here, that might be enough to hold off Harrisburg. But if it remains 1-0 going into the seventh, it could be an interesting finish. And that pitch will miss, and we'll have 2 balls and no strikes now here. The batter is Carter Harms for Lincoln. And a pitch outside, 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0. And the pitch is in for a strike, so cash in his free strike coupon there on Carter Harms. 3-1. And that one's fouled back, and it'll be 3-2. So he battles back from a 3-0 deficit on the count. And now we have a full count at 3-2, and a payoff pitch coming up here for Ryland Bowl against Carter Harms. Bryson Rhodes is the scheduled next batter here for Lincoln. And that will be ball 4, and he'll walk him.
Right fielder number 8, Bryson Rhodes.
A balk is called, so I'll advance the runner to second. One ball and no strike now here to Bryson Rhodes. No runs on 2 hits for Harrisburg on 1 Lincoln error. 1 run on 3 hits for Lincoln on no Harrisburg errors. So far, Tigers have left 10 on base. The Lincoln has left 4 on base. Three balls and no strikes now here to Bryson Rhodes. He'll show bunt, pull the bunt back. It'll be ball 4, and he'll walk him. Back-to-back walks, puts runners on first and second. Runner already on second due to the balk called earlier, and now first and second are occupied. And that'll bring a visit to the mound here for Harrisburg. That might be the pitch limit here for Ryland Bowe. I had him at 103. Pitch limit's 105. Usually I'm off by 1 or 2 pitches. Hey, I was right on. Official pitch count 103 for Ryland Bowe. 43 balls, 60 strikes. He pitched 5 innings, faced 22 batters, allowed 1 run. The run was earned. Struck out 6, 3 looking, 3 swinging, allowed 3 hits, walked 5 batters. 1 balk. And a walk hits per inning percentage of 1.6.
Defensive changes for Harrisburg, now pitching number 12, Eli Kokach. Moving to third base is number 4, Griffin Schlotko. Now playing at second base, number 6, Darren Safransky. Moving to left field, number 15, Bryson Esser.
All right, so Eli Kokach is the new pitcher. And then your new left fielder is Bryson Esser. Your new third baseman is Griffin Schlotko, and your new second baseman is Darren Safransky. 1 hour and 45 minutes into the ball game, and once again, We are in a pitching change due to the pitch limit, 103. So he had a couple pitches remaining, but they will decide to pull him there. And now Eli Kokenge will get some warm-up tosses. He'll face Cruz Wava here as his first batter. Runners on first and second. 1 hour and 45 minutes in. It's a 1-0 ball game here. And the first pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, strike one. And that one is a bouncer to first. And they will step on the bag for the out. So one away, runners on second and third. And now Lewis Cockle will be the batter here for Lincoln. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Swung on, and that will find its way into left field. That might be the dagger right there. Carter Harms scores from third. It's now 2-0 Lincoln. 1 run in the bottom of the first, 1 run in the bottom of the sixth. They have 1 out. They have another runner in scoring position. That's Bryson Rhodes standing on third after the RBI single by Lewis Cockle. So runners on the corners and a 2-0 ball game. So it might be the dagger. 2's not impossible to come back from. If they get 3, that's probably another story here. And Lincoln's on the verge of getting 3 unless Kokenge and company can come up with a couple of outs here really quick. One ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on, 2-0 Lincoln here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. If Lincoln can hold on to this 2-0 lead, they will have to be beaten twice by West Fargo. And a rundown between third and home. And the tag will be applied, and he's out at home. That's out number 2. The runner, Lewis Cockle, advanced to second on the play. The pitch came across as a strike, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And they do get that much-needed second out. More importantly, it was on the lead base runner. Double steal attempt there by Lincoln to see how Harrisburg could handle such a situation. I'd say they handled it pretty well. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, 2-0. The way this game is going, that seems like a big mountain, but on the flip side, it's certainly doable. They just have to get that third out. Inside, ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now, and a payoff pitch coming up here for Eli Kokenge. Can he strike him out and leave that runner stranded on second? He'll come set and deliver. And he does. He does strike him out. He sends him down looking. That will strand the runner on base. It is 2-0 going to the top of the 7th. And Harrisburg has to score 2 to stay alive in the tournament and set up a winner-take-all championship game, or that or actually they would, yes, that's essentially what they have to do. There's a little more to it, but we'll get to it when we come back.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. Trevor Roach going to try and close this one out here for Lincoln and force a situation where West Fargo would have to defeat them twice. And Harrisburg trying to score a pair of runs to keep their season alive and their chance at Shelby alive. Noah Boucher is the leadoff batter. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. A high strike, but a strike nonetheless. 0-1. Ethan Beek, Bryson Esser are the other two batters scheduled to appear this inning. Here's the 0-1, and that should be in for strike two, but it's not. It looked like a strike from up here, but it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. And that one is going out into right field, and it will be foul. We'll stay tight at 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Outside for ball two. That one may have gotten away from Roach. And now a little bit of a conversation here between catcher and pitcher. Top of the seventh, 2-0 lead for Lincoln. Harrisburg has to score at least two. Two-two pitch, inside edge, strike three, got him. Now it's Ethan Beek. One down. They need 2 runs before the next 2 outs, whichever comes first. 1 ball, no strike now here to Ethan Beek. Swing and a miss to even the count up at a ball and a strike, 1-1. There's a strike. Trevor Roach looks well on his way to ending this one here. Just missed there. That was close. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And that one is heading out into right center field, and it should be caught by Rhodes, and it is out number 2. Bryson Esser, it's all up to him. He's got to keep this inning going here. Needs to find himself a base hit or draw a walk or some other thing that would get him on base, and that will miss for ball 1. 1 hour and 55 minutes, time of the game so far. And that will miss for ball 2. It kind of looked like a strike from up here, and a strike on the last batter on a similar pitch, but and there's a strike. 2-1. And this one, a ground ball towards second. Brody McIntyre has it. That's the ball game. Harrisburg season comes to a conclusion with 23 wins and 22 losses. Lincoln will move to the championship game with a record of 51-9-1. They will play West Fargo. West Fargo will have to beat them once. Lincoln will have to win once. But we're down to 2 teams here in the Central Plains Regional Tournament. It'll be Lincoln and West Fargo in the championship game starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And we'll see if West Fargo has enough gas in the tank to pick up a pair of wins here against a tough Lincoln team. That will do it for this broadcast. We will take one break. We will do a couple things and come back with a very brief post-game show. And then we'll wrap it up here from Starion Bank Field at the 2025 Central Plains Regional Tournament. Champion set, more to come in a little bit.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Mandy's of Fargo, ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo, ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
All right, welcome back. There you have it. Your final score, 2-0 in favor of the Lincoln Post 500 Spartans, sponsored by Carpetland. And the Carpetland Rugs will advance to the regional championship game. They'll play the West Fargo Patriots. And Lincoln has to win once. West Fargo has to win twice. If one of those two scenarios happens, then one of those two will be going to Shelby, North Carolina, in roughly 24 hours from now. So let's go ahead and just break it down in two different ways here, so you can see it one way and then see it the other way. So here's the simple way. Final question. Let me get to that here in just a little bit here, Endgame. So there you go. Harrisburg with a 2-0 win. So Lincoln will play West Fargo. Home and away will be decided by a coin flip. We just put them in there for placement purposes. So, and then if Lincoln wins, the second game won't be necessary. If West Fargo wins, then the second game will be necessary, and that second game will be played 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first game. So here's a look at the bracket with the 2-0 win. Once again, I'll set up the 11 o'clock championship series between the best of two series, best of two, best of 1.5. Yeah, well, let's go with that. Best of 1.5 series. So Lincoln, West Fargo, simple as that, 11 a.m. If West Fargo wins, we'll have another game 30 minutes after the conclusion of the 11 a.m. game at approximately 1:30 p.m. And then we'll know who's going to Shelby from the Central Plains Regional Tournament. Tomorrow, in preparation for that game, we'll take a look at how the other 7 regional tournaments around the country are going, so you have a general idea of who you might expect to be in that American Legion World Series down in Shelby, North Carolina. All right, final question. Do we got any special guests coming into the booth for Championship Sunday tomorrow? As of right now, I don't have anything lined up, but that could change. You never know. So, matter of fact, I'm going to lean towards no. It's going to be myself and Brad Anderson on the call for the 1 and/or 2 games tomorrow. So you'll have instead of just one of us, you'll have both of us tomorrow. Brad will have the play-by-play. I'll join in for color analysis and do all the behind-the-scenes stuff too. So a dual broadcast for the championship games tomorrow. At least that's the plan, unless something comes up unexpected that would change said plan. But, yeah, there you go. So there you go. Wow, your final score one more time. There it is on your screen and on the scoreboard in right field. Everything matches up. I like it when that happens. 15 runners left on base, 10 for the Tigers and 5 for the Spartans, and you see the rest of the numbers right there. A run in the bottom of the first and a run in the bottom of the sixth, and the Tigers certainly had their opportunities, especially in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, but they just could not quite get the tying run in and or the go-ahead run in, and just a tough loss here for Harrisburg. Really feel for that team. I mean, they of all the teams in this tournament, they were certainly one of the quote underdogs coming into this tournament. When you look at win-loss records, not necessarily the talent on the team or anything like that, but when you look at strictly win-loss records, you could say that Harrisburg was considered the underdog. So bring Paul Zenker into the booth. We'll consider that, Derek. But like I said, Harrisburg got an eerie similar win-loss record to the Fargo Post 500 Stars in 2021. And after we got to like the 3rd, 4th inning of this game, I was like, Harrisburg might have a chance to pull this one off. And, man, how interesting of a day that would have been tomorrow had that been the case. But, no, it'll be a win once for Lincoln or win twice for West Fargo tomorrow instead. And we'll see if West Fargo has what it takes to pull 2 off. West Fargo pulled where it was in a win-2 situation in the state title, and now they're in a win-2 situation in the regional title game. Can they do it again like they did in state? We'll find out tomorrow. It all starts at 11 a.m. We'll get some preparation on. We'll hope to be on at 10:45 tomorrow, maybe a little bit sooner. But be sure to follow us on X for more updates on when we'll be on the air tomorrow. But 10:45 is the target time right now. All right, that'll do it. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a fun tournament, and we have one more, maybe 2 more games tomorrow here on MSPN Digital Television.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPN-DTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.